welcome back. So today we are going to start off with 3/4 cup of oil. Now I am using hemp oil today. Of course, you are more than welcome to use whatever your preference in oil is. You can use olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever you like. But you're going to heat this on a medium heat for about 5 minutes. You want hot oil before you add that flour. And here I'm stirring in a cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. And you want to stir that vigorously and make sure you're getting out all of those chunks. You want nice smooth roux, like so. And you're just going to constantly stir this roux on that medium heat for about 15-20 minutes. And it's going to depend on the color you want your roux. My suggestion, you want a nice milk to dark chocolate roux. The darker the roux, the richer it's going to be. And if you're asking me, the richer your roux is, the yummier it tastes. Like, I feel like it's more flavorful. Now I got it to where, just where I like it. This nice dark color. I let it cook, mine cook for about 20 minutes. About 25 minutes actually. Where normally I only cook it for 15 minutes. But because hemp oil is green already, I wanted to make sure it was really, as dark as I need it to be. And I'm just stirring this constantly. You have to stir it. Like, it's important, guys, or you will burn your roux. And once it's burnt, you have to basically throw it out and start over. And now that I have my roux, the perfect color that I like it, I'm going to go ahead and add in my veggies. And I have a whole yellow onion, a whole green bell pepper, and about 3 stalks of celery. And you're just going to cook this on that medium heat for about 5 minutes. Guys, you have to, again, keep stirring this. It's going to stick really quickly, and it kind of goes really fast. So you just constantly have to be stirring your gumbo, or again, it will burn, and it's going to taste really gross. So like I said, once it's burnt, you have to scrap that batch and start from the beginning. And just stirring constantly. Now, it's going to get kind of thick, within that 5 minutes. Don't worry about that. That is normal. And it's also going to get darker in color. And of course, you want that. Which is kind of why I didn't let my roux cook to get this dark. Because if you try to get it this dark the first round go round, it may burn. Now that that's cooked for 5 minutes, I'm just going to add in my garlic. And I'm going to let that cook for about another 30 seconds to a minute. Just to get, well incorporated with that mixture. All right, and now that that is, has cooked its 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add in my 6 cups of seafood stock I made. And when I made this, I just added a full package of vegetable stock to all of my seafood shells. All of the lobster, crab, shrimp shells, I boiled that on a medium heat for about 30 minutes. And voila, I have shrimp stock or seafood stock. All right, and next up, I'm gonna start seasoning my, little broth mixture here. First up, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And guys, if you could find this squeeze tube at your local grocery store, get it. It is so convenient, so easy, and you don't waste a whole can of tomato paste, or at least I usually do. And then I'm gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of this emeril lagasse seasoning. I'm not gonna add too much because I'm gonna season mine with some other things. But if you're not really good at seasoning or you're unfamiliar with seasonings, you can use this, and it has everything in it, so you don't have to add anything else once you put this in. And I'm gonna throw in 2 bay leaves. About a teaspoon of kosher salt, and then 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, I think I said that right. I think that's the first time I said it right. And I'm just going to give this a stir. And then add in the crab legs that I did not shell. And I just left the small pieces and then the tops of the crabs in the shell. This is going to add some yummy flavor, and it's going to look really pretty, when you get ready to plate it. And I'm going to let this cook on a low heat for about an hour. If you have longer, let it cook longer. Before that, though, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of gumbo fillet, and this is gonna thicken your gumbo up. You don't really, or I don't like soupy gumbo. If you like soupy gumbo, you don't have to add it, but it also adds some really nice flavors as well. All right, and now that that's cooked for about an hour, I'm just gonna skim off that extra grease and froth and stuff because it doesn't look appealing at all. Now I'm gonna add in my oysters as well as my shrimp and lobster. And I shelled about 1.5 pounds of shrimp and 2 large lobster tails. If you want to use the smaller ones, I would say add about 4 of those in. And I'm going to let that cook for about 5 to 7 minutes because seafood does not take long at all to cook. All right, now that that's cooked for 5 minutes, I'm going to show you guys what it's looking like. You see, all of that is done and it's really ready to go. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the remaining crab legs, the crab meat rather, that I did shell. I'm going to add that in and let that cook for about another 5 or so minutes, 5 to 7 minutes again. And just really let those flavors get into that, that crab meat. And voila, it is done, y'all. I'm so excited to eat, guys. I'm going to be plating mine with some brown rice. Sometimes we use cheese grits. My kids really love cheese grits with the gumbo. And sometimes I use jasmine rice, but you can use whatever you prefer, of course. And there we are. Oh my goodness. I had to show y'all this. I feel like I don't know, it gives a different perspective to see the food plated rather just in pictures. So I definitely want to show y'all this. Like this gumbo, it looks and tastes freaking bomb. And then I'm going to finish mine off with a little bit of scallions and some fresh parsley. And it just adds like a pop of freshness to the plate. And we're done, guys. I hope y'all give this a try. If you do, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think. Of course, as always, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications button, and share this. This is a recipe. If you don't share any of my recipes, share this one. This is a gem you want to hand out to all of the people you love. I promise. And thank you so much for watching me, guys, for sticking around, for commenting. I appreciate it all. I see it all. I love y'all. Until next time.